EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the San Francisco 49ers. On the visiting sideline for the Dolphins, a look there at their wideout. He was pretty well shut down in their loss a week ago. On the other side for the Niners, running back Christian McCaffrey. He'll be looking to bounce back after he struggled in the loss a week ago. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Purdy looking to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. The Niners had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the
play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And he's got this down to the 35. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14.
13 yards on the play.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Purdy. Evans has it left side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Mike Evans. 10 yards on the pickup.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
And the 49er first down.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jake Tonjes, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Dolphins nothing.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Dolphins offense set to take the field, led by Malik Willis, who is getting his chance as the starter after backing up Jordan Love the past 2 seasons in Green Bay.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
At the 27-yard line.
You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. 15 carries, 113 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
It's 3rd down.
The shotgun snap to Willis. And that will be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
And taken right on the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. Well, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Black. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Final 30 seconds in this first quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And the Niners are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. McCaffrey. We'll get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Lining up for the extra point.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Dolphins nothing.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Oh, good move. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Willis. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. On first down, back to Achane. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Willis looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 3 yards to go.
From the gun, here's Willis. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now Willis. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll keep it on the ground. Black. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he gets this up past the 30.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Black. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
They'll try the left side. Black trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Purdy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Brings up third and 2.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Purdy now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Black. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Second and 6.
Back to throw, Purdy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 1.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0,
Makes the score.
that drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action with Willis. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll air this one out for Mims. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Our trip around the league starts now. What a way to kick off week 2, the first ever regular season game at the new Highmark Stadium. Lions in town to take on the Bills. And it's James Cook. He's going to find a seam and take it in, 9 yards on the score. The Bills get the win, and they are 1-0 in the new stadium. Lock up the folding tables, people. Celebration time in Western New York. Next up, let's look at the Panthers and Falcons doing battle in Atlanta. And it's the man back from injury, back to reclaim his job, Michael Penix. He gets this one complete, 6-yard touchdown pass. The Falcons are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Lastly, let's get a look who's getting a hot start to the year. It's our impact player from week 2, and it's this man. And this is Devontae Smith. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Eagles get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's Willis. They set up the screen. Achane has it. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Willis looking to throw it. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to the Rams, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Are things looking much rosier for him here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Purdy. That is caught. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another 49er first down.
This is McCaffrey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Purdy from the gun. Pass caught by Pearsall. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage out.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Only 3 points there, but yeah, I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now, the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 2-point conversions? That's difficult. We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go. Achane. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Up the middle they go. Black. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the 49er, first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Black. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He was brought down by
well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Short throw taken in by Tonjes. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down.
At the Dolphins' 19-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Black. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
3 yards. And the 49er.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Purdy off the play fake. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the 49ers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. A beautiful fake. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. And they're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Here's Willis. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Achane gets it from the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And this offense on third down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw, here's Willis. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line is faces it, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Black. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. 3rd and 3. Now Purdy. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
He was brought down
3rd and 4.
A gain of 4. And this is 3rd.
In motion,
down.
there goes Bell. And he's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the Dolphins
Just 2 minutes
down.
remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Willis to throw. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First down, Dolphins.
A run straight ahead with Achane. Shedding through the defense. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their
yellow.